No alarm bells were going off in my gut. Really? They're going off in mine.
They're going off in mine too. And I've had a lot of weird, crazy sex.
Yeah.
And a lot of role play and a lot of fantasy that I've had to been like, all right, well, that's something I didn't know.
Sure.
You know?
Same.
But you could. This is a no.
This is it.
This is a no.
Welcome to Guys We...
Greetings, citizens of planet Earth. Is it hot enough for you? Hey, that's an old throwback. If you know, you know. Welcome to another exciting episode of Guys We...
It's
Can't believe that, YouTube.
It's the anti-slut shaming podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to the show.
Ooh, we're going to do like a summer update episode for you guys. We'll read some emails. We'll talk about some shit. We'll promote.
Yeah.
We can get that out of the way up top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow us on social media first and foremost. We're at Guys We without the U and
Right.
I'm at Krystyna Hutch.
I'm at Philanthropy Gal.
I'm at FRETTY.
Okay.
And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube. It's youtube.com/guyswe without the U and
Yeah, you can see this gorgeous Beyonce shirt I'm wearing. Hopefully YouTube won't take it down.
Can't wait till the show is half.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Yeah, we have to censor so many different things.
Yeah, if you feel like having group therapy without a licensed specialist, well, you're in luck. Because every week on my Patreon, I host group therapy over Zoom. And I also do, like, if you want to just try it out, you can just do a one-time thing. And the schedule's posted for everybody. And we had a bunch of new people last week, and I was really excited. And a lot of fucking juicy problems. And yeah, I love dealing with them. So if you're interested, it's patreon.com/Krystyna Hutchinson.
And then if you want to consume the news and be an active citizen without having to sit through broadcast news or read, New York Times, Washington Post, Breitbart, Fox News, all the things that I read for you every single week, go over to, youtube.com/without-a-country, and you can watch a full week's worth of news in like 2 hours. I do it every Wednesday. We usually live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern, but then the video stays up and the audio drops like very late Wednesday night or super early Thursday morning. So it's a faster turnaround now. I cracked the whip.
Yeah. How's your summer, Corinne?
That sounds like I had something interesting to say, but I actually don't. I'm having a great summer. I mean, it's interesting because I was like in this bubble of running for mayor, and I was working so hard, and I was working like 18-hour days, and I was like exhausted every single day, working from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to bed, and then basically just like kind of just disappeared overnight because the court said no, and there was like a little bit of just like getting my head, like figuring out what's
recalibrating,
what.
yeah.
And now I'm just like kind of like enjoying a summer. Like last weekend and this weekend have been like great weekends. I've been having so much fun. Like 4th of July weekend was so fun. And then I had so much fun this weekend. I went to Otherworld in Philadelphia that I was talking to you about, which is like immersive art. Like it's very like similar to a Meow Wolf. So highly recommend.
So cool.
It's in, it says it's in Philadelphia. It's in a strip mall in a suburb of Philadelphia, in my opinion. But but it's really, really cool. And then I'm really close friends with the owner of Battleground Wrestling, which like if you this is gonna sound like very foreign to a lot of you. But there is an arena in Philadelphia. It's called, the official title is the 2300 Arena, right? But it's known to anyone who's in wrestling as the ECW Arena. And it's a legendary arena. I spent a lot of my 20s there because I was dating someone who worked in the wrestling industry for a very long time. And I used to go to Philadelphia and hang out in the arena. I mean, I've spent hours, I've slept on the floor of that arena. Like I've paid my dues to that arena in a non-wrestling way. But the wrestling they do there is different to what you would see like WWE, because it's a little bit more violent. Like there is blood drawn. Like if you look at posts on or pictures on my Instagram, like people are actually getting full on like whacked with chairs. People are bleeding from the head.
Yes.
It's giving Abdullah the Butcher, if you're familiar with that wrestler. But yeah, so I went there and, cause my friend had, started his own company And I was just like so excited because he's worked his way up for years to finally produce his own wrestling company. And I wanted to see the final result. And I had ringside seats and I was so impressed. And yeah, I'm repping the shirt right now.
Nice.
But it's just really nice to watch someone when they really stick with something from the beginning to the end or to this point, and see how successful it is. I was just like very proud of him. So
That's so cool.
It was very cool to watch. And I fucking forget. I love wrestling.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's really
I used to watch
fun.
the matches as a kid. And Philly actually has like a backyard wrestling scene that's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like their underground wrestling stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Ugh, I used to watch WCW, Rowdy Rodney Piper, fucking
Yeah.
Diamond Dallas Page, Goldberg.
Yep.
Ugh, and then you watch the documentary about the guy. Vince McMahon.
Oh, God,
what
yeah.
a piece of shit. But it's okay. His wife's running the education department in the United States, guys. We're going to be okay.
Well, yeah, a lot of times anyone who runs these kinds of, things, it's very wheeling and dealing kind of a society. Well, and that's why I actually like my friend runs it because I know someone ethical is working in the industry.
That's nice.
So that's nice.
Yeah, because I like, and also like wrestling fans are usually just really dope.
Oh, well, it was so funny because I was looking at people who followed his wrestling group, and then I'm like, some of the people followed me, and I was like, this is definitely like Legion of Skanks overlap.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because I look at it, I go, that's how I was like, they don't listen to guys, or maybe they do now, but
Yeah.
that's how they originally found us, 100% for sure.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm glad you get to have fun.
Yeah. Yes. Well, summer. Yeah, I feel like summer is the saddest season. You can fight me on this. I just think it's a very people love summer. I think it's so sad. It's so there's like this pressure to have fun or like bounce around.
It's gonna be the best summer yet.
I find the weather to be so overwhelming.
The heat is tough,
and also it's like just a real lack of productivity that I think bums me out about summer.
Yeah,
like I need it right.
People don't go to
now,
shows,
but like yeah, it is just not. It is not my time. I don't know, but yeah, it's been fun so far this summer at least.
Yeah. I've had a pretty good. Yeah, I've actually had a great summer actually so far. I thought it was going to be slow, but it has not been slow at all. I went to my beach house for 5 whole days by myself.
Ooh.
No dog.
Oh,
No dog. I left my dog home with the partner. But yeah, it's wild when you have a dog. I love Kevin so much. He's like he's like my other limb. Like I feel like, sometimes people describe when they have a baby that your heart lives outside your body. I kind of feel that way with my dog. And so, but it was really nice to be by myself. And it's like this gorgeous 4-bedroom, 2-bath block from the beach house that I'm like, God damn, I actually get to enjoy it. And I was like, I'm so proud of myself for owning this house.
Yeah.
What a fucking cool ass thing. Just because I threw all my money at it when we first started making money and then I never got to, really use it. So that was really nice. But I cannot recommend enough. And I understand it is absolutely a luxury. So, if you can find the time, even if it's half a day, to be the only human being in the building that you're in, or in the house, in the apartment, in the whatever the fuck, and there's no other people around, that is so blissful. And you get to like, there's this really famous book called The Artist's Way that the author really encourages you to do morning pages, which is basically every morning you wake up and you just write whatever, even if it's like, I don't know what to write. I think this is fucking stupid. Whatever you want to write, you write. And what that does is after like a couple weeks of doing that, you get to the good stuff because you're just kind of throwing it all up, right? And I feel like I was able to, over the course of 5 days, just kind of like be lazy, be productive, be all the things. And I'm a fucking great hang. I love hanging out with myself.
Me too.
I have so much fun. Took myself to the arcade. I got a solo old timey photo shoot.
So fun.
And that was great. I got caught in the most violent thunderstorm I've ever witnessed in my life. It was fucking awesome. I gave myself like a little blowout after I had 2 beach days because I wanted to shoot a little sketch. And then in the middle of after my old timey photo shoot, I got caught in the rain, and I was like, "This is awesome!" And then I sat on the porch all night by myself, watching the rain. There was a rainbow the next day. I mean, it was just fucking fantastic. And I don't know what it's like to have kids, but especially if you have kids, man, I think we should start giving that service to like our friends that we know that are parents, but like individually, not together. Like go away for half a day. just go off and do something by yourself.
Oh, for sure.
I think that is such a great gift, and it doesn't cost you anything unless you're taking off work to do it. It's like to give to a friend who has kids. It's so important for your soul just to be by yourself. Jesus Christ. I was so happy. And the house, man, it doesn't have an inkling of my parents' energy in it.
First question, yeah.
I mean, I saged it again. I've saged it many times, but my brother did such a good job with the kind of the redecorating of it all and the repainting and some new furniture and stuff. And so I was telling him too, I was like, I think we can market this beach house in the off season for like not that expensive. Groups of friends go for the long weekend and like have Ocean City, New Jersey is such a lovely, beautiful town. And when it's the off season, I've been there many times during the off season, like during the winter, it is, you can get so much work done. You feel like you have time to think because there's not all this chaotic, like baby screaming and I want to go to the beach and all this shit. It's just like a very calm environment. So I'm like, oh, I kind of want to make this like a little artist retreat oasis thing for people to rent on the weekends.
Well, and the beach off season is nice. Like, I mean, like when it
Yeah.
gets too dead winter, it's a little much, but like fall on the beach when
Oh
no
my
one's
God.
there. Ooh, I love that.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And dogs are allowed on the beach in the
Yep,
off season.
off-season, yeah.
So that's really cool too. But oh my God, it was so fucking great.
Well, yeah, people forget being alone. Like, you know, if you have a pet, you're really not ever completely alone. And like, it's not a person, but it is something else.
Yeah.
There's definitely
Something that needs you, wants your attention, all of that stuff. I
There's
mean,
a different
pleasant.
energy. Mm-hmm.
It's pleasant, so it never like stresses me out that he wants my attention. But cutting that little energy channel off is just, oh my God. Mm-hmm. I painted, I wrote, I did nothing. I walked around naked. I fucking did naked yoga on the porch. I mean, it was so blissful.
Yep.
And I miss it. And I cried when I left because I'm like, oh man, I miss it already. I just miss it so much.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I've never lived with a partner, but like the one thing I can't is like, just like if I want to stay in bed until noon, like I just want to be able to stay in bed until noon without really
Judgment, anybody's energy,
Not that
anybody's
anyone
anything.
says anything or anything, but it's just like, yeah, I just want to do what I do, and I don't have to feel like anyone is going to judge me or think about it, and like, because
Yeah.
I know that I'm a super productive person, but I just fucking have a different schedule than others. I have a wild sleeping schedule to be to be witnessed. Yeah, I mean, I stay up so late, and then it's erratic, but like it is not like I don't have a.
But it works for you.
I don't have trouble sleeping, so that's why I can have an erratic sleep schedule. It's not erratic because I have insomnia. It's erratic because I just like. Sometimes I'll just decide, and this is a luxury of not having kids and working for yourself. Like sometimes I'll just like get in the zone and decide that I want to work on something that I'm working on until the sun comes up.
Yeah.
And then I want to go, then I'll sleep until 2 the next day because that's what I want to do. Like when I get into the rhythm, I just want to stay in the rhythm.
Yeah. Also,
Like, what's the point of being an artist if you're going to keep the same fucking schedule as everybody else? There's no need to do that.
Yeah.
I basically try to like reverse my schedule from everybody else. Like,
well, that's because you can actually get peace at night. Like New York's such a dense city. I love staying up late by myself and
Exactly.
working because you feel like everyone's in bed.
at midnight,
And you
I'll
could
just
fucking
go and
think.
go on a walk.
Yeah, me too.
Randomly.
Me too.
For no reason.
love
I would
it.
never do that when
I've
I grew
gone-
up in New Jersey. People are so scared of New York. I go, there was not a chance in hell I would go for a walk in Union, New Jersey at midnight.
Hell no.
I do it all the time in New York.
Yo, sometimes I do midnight rollerblading. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I just love, just doing like whatever.
And it's really cool to like experience such a dense, famous, popular city when no one's in it. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which,
nice.
dude, oh my God. Yesterday, I was at Sweetleaf. There's a couple of Sweetleaf locations in Queens.
What's Sweetleaf?
Sweetleaf is a coffee store.
Oh,
a coffee shop.
coffee.
But
Oh,
there's
okay.
this one Sweetleaf that I love that's punk rock as fuck. Everybody works there. It's got gauges. You know, like I'll wear like an Iron Maiden t-shirt there and they'll like talk to me in depth about all the albums. Like it's a great vibe. And so I went there. I love writing there. I get so much done and I was just editing a bunch of videos and I love that place. So I went there yesterday. And there was no AC, and I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to be tough to work in because it was so fucking hot, and there's barely any fans. And I'm like, you know what? There's a spot on the couch up front, which I usually don't sit in for this type of work, but I sat there, and I'm editing, and in walks AOC.
Oh.
And I was like, I looked up, and I was like, oh. And then I looked around, I'm like, you guys see that?
You were
what?
looking around for other
No one's
people.
freaking out. Like, and there was a guy there that everybody in this fucking coffee shop's a fucking proud libtard.
Right.
But this one guy, I'm like, you're not going to react? I looked at him to like, can we just share this moment? Because what the fuck? And
did she have security or was she by herself?
by herself. I couldn't believe
interesting.
it. Like, especially in these times. And like, I take in the news every day, and it's the only Jasmine Crockett, AOC, and Bernie are the three politicians that have a fucking spine, and it hurts me so much. There's so many of the Democratic Senate and Congress people that fucking blow. You fucking suck. You don't have the best interests of the people.
I actually still like Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, I guess. I you know what? I haven't followed her in a while because I got turned off by her because she doesn't take a strong stance in the way that I want. Like AOC,
I feel like she got a little bit better. Yeah, maybe she learned her lesson.
That's good.
You know, she's also very old.
Super old. But like Nancy Pelosi, we don't. Come on. There should be age limits for this.
Yeah.
There should be age limits. But whatever. Anyway, she's just a voice that I constantly, every time I see a post of hers, I just go like I feel like tension in my stomach loosens up a little bit. Like I feel like if she was at the helm, or at least she's on the side of the people that maybe there's a chance that we're going to be okay. And so anyway, I'm just a huge fan. And when I was like, I have to say hi. I'm not.
Yeah, you have to say hi.
And then I was fucking such an idiot. I took off my headphones and I was like, hi, dude. I just thank you. And I almost started to cry. And I was like,
I'm sure I'm sure she's used to it.
I said, I'm like, you're the Beyonce of politicians. And I just want to say, like, your voice means so much to me. And so much, like, thank you for sticking up to women, for people of color, for fucking LGBT. Like, thanks for saying the goddamn thing that, like, oh, wow, a rapist didn't want to release the Epstein files? Huh, weird.
Yeah.
And she acted like she has never received a compliment in her life.
She's a good politician. She's so good at politician does.
We had Tom Delgado on the show ages ago, and he dropped the bomb that like AOC knew guys who fucked.
She knows. She's very fluent in comedy. She knows Tony Hinchcliffe. She's really fluent in it.
Well,
she knows. No, she's not a fan.
Yeah, right. Well, of course.
Yeah.
But so then I go into like, so I'm a comedian. I host Guys We Fucked, and we had a comic on.
She knows who you are.
She kind of like I couldn't tell because I was honestly blacking out because I really was. It was like meeting Beyonce, but her words make waves in the betterment of people's lives directly, and so I just like she's such a force to me, and I'm a stand-up comedian. I host Guys We Fucked. There's a comic that was on that said he was a waiter with you, and she goes, oh, who? I'm like, fuck.
He also wasn't a waiter. He wasn't a waiter with her. He met her when she was a waitress.
Oh, whoopsie. Fucking,
he wasn't.
And then I tagged her again in the story. I'm like, I'm so sorry for being a fucking idiot. But it was Tom Delgado. This is his handle. Do you remember him? I couldn't think of his fucking name, but she goes, oh, yeah. Oh, do you perform at the Creek? I'm like, well, the Creek doesn't exist anymore. Like, it was here for like a long time, but it's like, but I'm at like New York Comedy Club.
Funny. Oh my God.
And I could tell she would have stayed there for as long as I talked to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I do wish I asked for a picture, but I didn't. But yeah, it was a brief interaction, but like, I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. And I didn't know why she was there because I know her district, I believe, is the Bronx.
Yeah.
But I know she's working with Zoran and stuff. So Zoran's my Congress assembly member.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll see him on his bike.
He loves riding that bike.
He loves riding that bike. But yeah, it was really cool to meet somebody whose voice I just fucking... And look, people that come up to us on the street and stuff, like that's actually been happening to me a lot lately. I fucking love it. And the first thing everybody says is always, I'm sorry. And I'm always like, no, don't, I love this. What are you talking about? Like, I love this connection.
You only have to say, I'm sorry is only if you're actually interrupting someone. Like, you're not interrupting us if we're just walking.
I get the nerves. Like, I get it.
Sure.
I've always wanted to meet her. I've always wanted to like work with her in some capacity or something.
Well, and you have to remember, she works for you. You don't work for her.
Yeah.
That's why, for a politician, never feel bad about going up to a politician. They work for you.
But goddamn, does she have that I work for you energy? Like she has the public servant in the most noble way.
Well, that's why when she was doing the oligarchy tour, she was, and someone said, someone shouted out like, yeah, you're my queen. And she was like, no, I'm your representative. And that went viral because I think so many people in politics do act like we work for them.
I know.
But they work for us.
I know.
And it's always important to remember that, whether you're running for office or whether you're approaching someone who is in politics, they work for you.
That's true. That's trying to think of that part. That is very true.
They have to be nice to you.
But I guess it's so now common for the politicians to have such a fucking disgusting ego.
Well, yeah, and I'm really surprised. I mean, I guess she
I can't believe
knows
she didn't have security.
Yeah, she knows New York well enough.
Queens ain't gonna fuck with her.
That she knows where she can go and where she can't go.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
we don't know. Maybe she was working in an office and was like, "Oh, I'm just going to go across the street for coffee or something." We don't really know.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I couldn't fucking.
I do get
believe
nervous,
it.
and I'm sure she just like at certain points is like fucking sick of having security up her ass all the time and just wants to like live her life.
Well, she has this vibe. She has a lot of vibes about her that I really, really appreciated and respected. But like one of them is just like a roll your sleeves up, fucking thanks. I gotta go get back to work. Like she is a fucking workhorse,
because she wasn't born rich.
No, and she was just. She's the epitome of an effective politician to me, who actually works to get things done and brings bills to the floor that actually will help people. So that was really cool. And I've been, these moments in your life where you get to say "I told you so." It's not even fucking enjoyable at this point. Like I've been getting bombarded on Instagram with a lot of clips of Andrew Schultz and like Rogan.
It was a big week for them when they found out they've been tricked.
But I'm like,
I mean, come on.
You're not, Rogan and Andrew Schultz are not stupid people. They have a level of intelligence that for the longest time, I'm like, that's great. Yeah, you're very smart.
They know how to hustle for
but
sure.
But you don't, I thought comedians told the truth, but now I guess
they were
hustled by their truth.
They were hustled by a hustler. They were hustled by one of their own. Trump
is crazy.
Trump is not a good Trump is not a good politician in that he doesn't make things that are good for people, but he is the ultimate hustler. He's the ultimate hustler. He hustles his way into the White House not once but twice. Impressive hustling.
Yes,
we must tip our hats to the. He's the biggest. He's quite possibly the most effective hustler of all time.
Yeah,
the man has literally no actual talent. But it's incredible.
Here I find myself like I'm just getting bombarded by these clips from like Fox News and CNN, and like Andrew Schultz regrets voting for Trump, and the clip is Andrew going, "He fucking lied." And I'm like, that's the one where you go, he fucking lied? He lied to you the whole fucking time. Are you an idiot? Well, you're not a brilliant idiot. You're a dumb idiot. But at the same time, I have this thing of like this push and pull of, hey, I welcome to the side of like realizing what's actually fucking happening. The other layer of it is, I know what it's like to fall for someone's bullshit and think they're the absolute best person in the world. And then one day you realize, oh, they didn't have my best interest this entire time. In fact, they like were against me. It's a mind fuck. You don't want to come to terms with it. So a part of me is very like relieved to see these people that are so influential. And look, you don't got to use your platform for good. You don't. No one is forcing anybody to use their platform for quote good, whatever that means to you.
Well, and platforms don't exist unless they have a fan base. So again, it's as I like to say time and time again, we are complicit in this. And I know like, maybe if you're listening to this podcast, you're saying, well, I'm not complicit in it. Well, we're all complicit in society and culture.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's things you're complicit in that you wouldn't be proud of, like probably shopping at Amazon or something like that.
Oh yeah. I bought a book on Amazon last week.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we all do shit, but but it's such an interesting moment that I'm like, you really thought he was going to release that? He's on the fucking list. Google, there are photos of Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein decades ago, and there is a 15-year-old girl in the fucking photo. Are you dense?
And then also the way he talks about his daughters, and
he wants to fuck his daughter. He schemed people out of money for his fake real estate.
Forget about the other one.
Oh yeah,
Tiffany.
You know what, Tiffany? Honestly,
sorry, Tiff.
No, I mean I'm not sorry. I hope you're getting the better part of the life of being his daughter, and that you're not in the spotlight as much, because I always forget about you, but in the best way. Like it's got to be less stressful for you, I imagine. But he's got to like. It's just I thought. I knew we would get to a place where Trump supporters would turn on him, but I thought it would be more enjoyable for me to see. And it's just not. It's because it's just like so many people had to get fucked over for this to happen, man. I mean, I'm still glad it's happening.
Well, if you got tricked on Trump presidency 1, I feel for you.
Yeah.
If you got tricked on Trump presidency 2, you're not a redneck. You're not that smart.
No. No.
For
you're not that
I'll give
smart.
you one. I'll give. By the time we got to 2, especially because we had the gap presidency in between. That's what I'm calling Joe Biden's presidency, the gap presidency.
He'd call it that too.
That was the most alarming thing for me. Like, to me, I'm like, he's so clearly lying to people.
Yeah.
And
I saw it.
people didn't. That was the part that bothered me. I did kind of feel bad. I'm like, how do you get through life and you don't know this guy is lying to you?
Yeah, man.
What areas?
And he has so many credible accusations that he's been found guilty of in courts. He was impeached twice.
But see, people
don't care about that.
See, this whole presidency happened though because there's such a distrust in the government, right?
Which is something we all have in common.
So they didn't. Well, that's why a lot of times, like, socialists and like extreme MAGA, actually, they do actually overlap at one point. That's because there's a deep distrust in the government, and like this deep, feeling that it needs to be redone. And I also have a deep distrust in the government. But
for different reasons.
Not to the point where I'm then believing other people who are obviously trying to sell me some kind of like MLM.
Yeah. So we're at an interesting point in history where, like, if you look back at historical events, shit needs to crumble. Almost every democracy crumbles historically, and so it seems like, I think it's safe to say that the American democracy is crumbling, and that's a great thing because then something can rebuild from the ashes, which is awesome. But
apparently, I get, like, every country, every like big country, like every 250 to 300 years goes through basically a new era. I was talking about this with my friend, and there was some information circulating around online, but we fact checked it, so it's correct. And so it's almost like it's time for like another, like, whatever this is, like whatever empire this is falling, and it's just about time for a new one, which is interesting because next year is America's 250th birthday. But then I also remind people, it's like we're so much younger than any of these other countries.
And we're a very large country.
We're fledgling.
We're young and we're big.
Mm-hmm. And we also are, like, many other countries have like become diverse, but also when we look at countries and we look at, like, we say, oh, Finland's the happiest country. Yeah, there's a lot less diversity there. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
So
it's all blondies in Finland.
It's like, we can look at the breakdown, but it's just like, it's great that America is diverse, but that just means that there's
a lot of things to contend with, people's preferences.
Racism, religion, just like the way you go about life, where you're from. There's just so much going on, and we also have so many freedoms here that, like, things and people are allowed to exist in the open in the ways that they are not in other countries. But then that also creates, minority groups and people getting angry at each other. Like, what is...
I'm just like, I knew the world didn't care about women. I knew America didn't care about women. I knew America wouldn't, like, the people that voted for him didn't care that he was accused of rape many times. That his first, or one of his wives, Ivanka, had written in her book that Donald Trump raped her many times. And, to be fair, marital rape was illegal in the United States until like 1992 or something. So, he was just doing his legal duty. But, and he made her take that out of the book. I'm sure there was some lawsuit where she got a lot of money. But it's like there's evidence everywhere of how he's treated women. Grab him by the pussy. But the Epstein thing is where we draw the line? That's just very interesting to me. I'm like, what is... Like, Andrew Schultz and Rogan, do you really give a fuck about that? Like, I know Rogan's been pretty vocal about, like, how ridiculous these ICE raids are being and how inhumane it is. And I'm like, I love that. Love that. But I just find it interesting that all these MAGA people are turning on him because of this. I'm like, why this? This is just as awful and shitty as all the other things he's done. I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting.
I think it's also like because like it's gossip, and I think people get mad. Like it took so long. I think for some people, like maybe Andrew Schultz or Rogan, because they are straight, they're white, and I'm not using this like targeted. We do have relationships with these people, and I'm not just going to like turn on someone because of their political views, but it's hard sometimes.
There's no laws preventing you from enjoying your freedom, so.
Right? But like, so I think a lot of times you turn on someone when the thing that they're doing finally affects you, and it just takes so much longer to affect a white rich straight male. So that's why it took all this time, way into president term 2, to finally do something that affected them, basically. All the other stuff didn't affect them. I think that's where it has to be. So it's like, that's why you're going to see it's always the, poor people or minority groups that are going to get pissed first because they're the first to get the shit under the stick. And it takes so long for almost like it's like almost like a trickle up effect.
Yeah.
And
it's very interesting.
And we get angry, but I will say that what I don't think is different between rich, poor, whatever, is that we all really only get mad when it affects us. Yeah. And that's what really unites us all. Go America. That's the part that I find most upsetting.
Yeah.
I find most upsetting. And I think if you're listening, and especially the left, this is obviously a left-leaning podcast, but like on the left, I think that we are so certain that we care so much about other people, and that's great, and I hope you do, but just like really
put your money where your mouth
make
is and
sure
actually
that
care,
make sure that that's not just something you're putting in an infographic on Instagram, and you're really living your life that way if that's how, and it's not just how you want to be perceived. Like when push comes to shove, if you have choices of like, you could get this extra thing with a policy, or you could get nothing, but so many people without could get something that they need that is much lower on the or much higher on the totem pole of needs than whatever your need is. Like, would you really vote for them to get something? Because it's easy to say you want other people to have something when you're not losing anything in that transaction.
Oh yeah.
And I just feel like if there was a transaction where people on the left had to have a little bit less so that everyone could have more, I don't know if you would show up in the same way. And that's what it pissed me. I found that so much when I was running for mayor, and it just infuriated me. It infuriated me.
Yeah.
Because it was just, again, it's like, if you're going to be selfish, just be like, I want something for me before I want something for other people. And that's actually.
Yeah. I respect that way more than pretending it's not the case.
Then I know what we're working with. We know what we're working with.
Yeah. But why, like the Epstein files doesn't personally affect Joe Rogan or Andrew Schultz. Like why that?
I think it does because it's like they want
they were gunning for like the.
They just wanted the information, so like it's a very
as we all do.
It's very low stakes. Basically, they just are like, we want to know. And like,
I mean, I want to know too because I want justice.
So
to be
that's
served.
what it is, and then they want to be able to, I'm sure, do 1,000 episodes about it, have the people on their podcasts,
Mr. Epstein, did you really do that?
And then also there is like that hyper fixation with like pedophilia on the right. That I'm sure that's a part of that.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's
just like an absolute obsession with pedophiles.
That's weird. I mean, it's an
a
interesting
problem
topic, but and it's an ongoing one.
It's just a hyper. It's like
it is everywhere.
It's similar to their hyper fixation with trans people.
Right. Well,
because it is a problem, but there are so many problems in the world, so I can't explain why this one has specifically. I guess because they love to promote themselves as like the family first party.
Right, which is always the party doing the most damage.
Right.
Isn't that fun?
And you're like, well,
the ones that believe in Jesus the most are the ones that are the most corrupt.
But it's also like when you're looking at, what affects children the most, like if you broke it out into stats, I think like hunger or lack of education, violence in the home is probably more prevalent than pedophilia. But it's not as interesting for them.
Yeah. Pedophilia ain't boring.
Well, and then just go back to Finland. Like, I mean, like we want to go why Finland is having no problems. I mean, it's estimated that it's 95 to 96% white people. And I'm not saying it's no problems because they're white. I'm saying it's no problems because it's all the same type of person.
Right.
So unfortunately, human nature is just like when you're the same type of it's just easier to get along. There's nothing because you'd have to get to know someone a little bit more to hate them, I suppose, instead of having something surface level to hate them about. So it's like we compare ourselves to other countries, but like we're offering a we're selling something different. We're selling a different dream.
Is a different animal.
And like, the dream's not going well right now, but like,
it'll get back there.
When you look at the template of what it was supposed to be, the idea is very nice. Just sometimes the execution is much harder than you think it is.
We're two examples of the American dream. Mm-hmm. We own property because we talk about penises on a podcast. Mm-hmm. Good for us.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and speaking of causes and caring about other people, I started volunteering with this organization that I'm really excited about, and I'll give you more information as in the coming weeks. But it's a suicide prevention hotline called Solace House, and if you live in the state of New York, you can use this resource that I highly recommend if you or somebody you know is struggling from suicidal thoughts, which I think is way more common than we like to think it is. That's why I have merch that says "Congrats on not killing yourself." I genuinely mean that. that. And so, yeah, if you live in the state of New York, then you can call their number and get help. SolaceHouseUSA.org is the website. And if you wanted to give them a call, it's 718-482-0001. They also take donations from, I believe it can be international. So that's the money can come from anywhere. But to actually use the resource, you have to live in the state of New York. They also have grief groups for people who have family members, loved ones, close people in their life who have died from suicide, which I think is really cool. And yeah, I've been asked to be like a keynote speaker on this cruise coming up in September. So I'll give you more info on that if you wanted to attend or donate. But yeah, it's just nice. And we really, like, we've been saying this on the podcast for so long, like volunteering for something, anything, hanging out with shelter dogs, just truly anything. It makes you feel like more of a human. You feel like you understand humanity better and you're just closer to humanity. And it's just, there's no bad effects from volunteering your time to an organization that interests you. So I highly recommend you go out and do that this summer if you can, if you have time. Yeah. What else? That was all my stuff. Just go on a vacation by yourself, guys. That's the other thing. Just fucking fantastic.
Well, even if you don't have the luxury of doing something like that, just go to the movies by yourself.
Oh my God, I love doing that. Going out to eat. I go out to eat by myself. I haven't done it in a while because I'm trying to save money. But I used to do that a lot. That's very fun.
I do that a ton on the road. I don't do it so much in New York City, but more just so like, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't spend the money when I'm home. But if I have to eat out anyway when I'm on the road,
might as well.
I love a Cheesecake Factory date by yourself.
Oh my God,
it's one of my favorite places to eat alone at. I love the Cheesecake Factory. Solo, it's really great.
The menu is like a book.
And you get all the brown bread for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So nice.
That makes me think of Texas Roadhouse and their
So
cinnamon
good.
butter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry. And if you want to email us, guys, it's sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. The first subject line of a couple emails we're going to get into is, did I go too far with the daddy-daughter role play? Hi, ladies. Longtime listener, fan, luminary subscriber, obsessed with all you do. I'll get right into it. I'm a 28-year-old woman, and I've been officially dating my current boyfriend, 31, for about 2 months. He is, in all quotes, the best sex I've ever had. There's the basics, such as I can tell he loves to eat me out because even after I come, he's still down there, all up in it, can't get enough. He takes his time turning me on. Oh, that's always the best. Paying attention to every little detail to the point he makes me feel like a work of art. Good man. And of course, he has the perfect dick for me. Oh, yeah. And it's big and I love it.
Just want to pause right here and say, so with the best, I like this changes for me. And like, I think part of the reason it's the best sex you've ever had is because it's the first 2 months. Like the beginning of relationship sex is always, I mean, maybe not that new because they have to learn your body a little bit, but like I've had so many people who in my lifetime have been like the best sex I've ever had. And then I go back and have sex with them years later.
Sell you a false product.
And I'm just like, oh, this isn't that good, but it's because I don't feel the same way about them anymore. Like,
yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah, I've had sex with people who like
don't like
I've
it.
had mind-blowing sex with, and then I go back years later and I have sex with them again, and I go, this was actually like mildly unenjoyable.
Oh yeah, I've never done that, and I've always wanted to.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go back to somebody that I thought that I had sex with that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Just for the reporting, just internally, just for me.
Yeah, like there was someone who like I have had sex with like over almost like a 10-year span, and like in the beginning I loved it, and then every few years we would have sex again, and every time I liked it less.
Yeah.
I think it was also maybe because he was like prime sexy man age when I met him, and then was just getting old. But I don't
old man.
I don't know that that's that. But I also just like. He was the kind of person who is attractive when you're in your 20s, and then when you're an actual adult accomplishing things is just like not.
Yeah,
just like everything about them. Like he's physically attractive, but like he's just not like.
It doesn't do it for you anymore.
Yeah. Like I'm not like just having a car isn't going to do it for me anymore. Although I still really do like when men have a car. I really do like when men have a car. It really is. It holds a lot of value for me.
Yeah. You can go places. Further than that, though, I feel I have many kinky fantasies that I haven't felt safe sharing with many people. And for the first time, I felt someone compatible with these kinks. Amazing. I love that he's just as creative as me, and it brings a lot of fun to the bedroom. We're good at designing taboo stories together that excite excite each other. We love BDSM and role play. My God, that sounds amazing. Very happy for you. He's usually the dominant and takes control of the narrative, but sometimes I like to dom and have my way with him as well. One detail I'll share since it'll pertain to my overall question. One time we were doing a daddy-daughter role play, and I took the risk of telling him I was 15 within the story. I mean, look, I'm going to pause right there and say, that makes sense. Like, role play is a fantasy for a reason. And it's like when you were a child and you were playing pretend, it felt safe. And then it seems like you have a very safe relationship with this guy. Also, like when I was 15, all I wanted to do was fuck a 35-year-old. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I wanted them to want me. I wanted them to want to stare at my ass. And I mean, maybe that's because I grew up the way I did. Who knows? Trauma, just emotional trauma, not sexual abuse. But I feel like, I don't know. I was a huge whore or a huge wannabe whore when I was 15. So to make it clear, it was my idea. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He kept going with the story. We both just kind of like to surprise each other. And honestly, this is less taboo than a lot of storylines we've constructed together. Oh gosh, I want to hear the more taboo ones. But in theory, perhaps it opened a gate. He didn't seem too thrown by it. Neither was he growing any more or less excited. More just went with it. Okay. Recently, he was fucking me and told me to share a fantasy I've never told anyone. That's always opening a gate. And he'd punish me. He promised.
Or he'd punish me.
Or he'd
like
punish me, sorry.
Yeah.
He promised he would take it to his grave and tell no one. And I feel he has earned my trust in that way. I mean, you could also just make it up. So
also, let me step in and say, I love that you're having great sex, but no one has earned that trust in 2 months. Thank you.
Facts.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, yeah. You just make up something in that. But okay.
Exactly. Lie.
Yeah.
If there's ever a time when it's appropriate to lie, Look,
Brene Brown says you have to share your story with people who've earned the right to hear it.
Yeah.
He hadn't earned it yet. So I took the challenge, and since I will end up telling you guys his fantasy he told me, I will share mine as well, to be fair. I described a scene where I meet a man in a hotel bar, a bad man, an evil man, terrible person kind of guy. I lure him up to a hotel room, then tie him up and rape him at gunpoint. Don't let him come, and then I leave him there without untying him.
It's very hard to rape a man because they have to get erect.
I mean, you can anally.
Anally, but that's not. I feel like that's not fun for the woman. You know,
yeah. We don't
in this fun rape fantasy.
Yeah. This feels so vulnerable to type, but I'm sure or hoping you guys understand fantasy in that this is something I never do.
We literally never have feared a woman raping a man. I got to be honest, that's not a fear that's ever crossed my mind.
I know.
Never even considered it, really.
Yeah, that's true.
A woman raping a grown man. I mean, I know it. I'm sure it's happened, but this is just.
It's only happened in Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. That's pretty much it. I mean, that was very satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a fantasy. That was revenge. But yeah. Consent is important to me, and I'd never even buy a gun.
You're actually ruining the fantasy right now.
You're making me really soft and dry.
I'd never buy a gun. Okay, we get it.
Shh, keep that to yourself, bitch. No.
Let alone use.
Let alone consent is important to me. I'd never buy a gun. Let alone use one to hurt another person. See, this is where women. I'm like, don't ruin the fun. Come on.
This is such a woman email.
I know. This is just a role play I'd be interested in portraying. And he understood that too.
I've seen a man make a woman barf in a dog bowl and then eat it and then fuck her. We're fine. Okay, lady? We're fine. No, in porn,
Did Michael Che show you that when you didn't want to see it? When I turned the tables later and asked him the same question, this is what he told me. I haven't read this yet.
I already hate it.
He has a fantasy of,
it's already so bad.
But she can have this fantasy that's bad and he can't. I don't know. I mean, if we look at the stats.
Yeah, but his is
really bad.
His speaks to mental issues.
Yeah.
Hers does not. Hers is power play.
Yeah. I mean, okay, we'll see.
Hers is power play. Hers is
dominance, control.
Taking control back in a society that frowns upon women's
Well, there's also like a Robin Hood
advancement.
nature because you wanted to do this to an evil man. So it's like, yeah, bitch, me too. Okay, when I turned the tables later and asked him the same question, this is what he told me.
Brace yourselves, audience.
He has a fantasy of adopting a little girl with his wife. He doesn't have I'm assuming a wife, just in the fantasy, and using her. I don't even want to say this. Using her as her sex toy whenever he pleased. He expressed he would want me to play the little girl in the fantasy, which since I'm 28 shows me it's just fantasy.
You're doing a lot of explaining to yourself right now. This is why you can't trust people. This is why you can't trust people 2 months in.
Yeah. We do a lot of age play, so no alarm bells were going off in my gut. Really? They're going off in mine.
They're going off in mine too. And I've had a lot of weird, crazy sex.
Yeah.
And a lot of role play and a lot of fantasy and a lot of kink that I've and a lot of people exposing vulnerable things to me.
Yeah,
I've had been like, all right, well, that's something I didn't know.
Sure.
You know?
Same.
But you could. This is a no.
This is it.
This is a no.
It's a no for
this
us
is a
dog.
no. Yeah,
it's a no for us dog.
There's something wrong here.
This guy, I'm sure he's pretty happy about that list not coming out.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is there.
Yes, he is. We do a lot of age play. No alarm bells were going off in my gut. I think of it like my own fantasy, of course. It's a scene to play and not something you'd actually do. And I found the role exciting and I want to explore.
Okay.
But
girl, you didn't get cast at anything. She's talking about it like she just got a call from Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah. He's fantasizing about a thing that actually happens.
And I'm sorry.
It's super dark.
This is just not.
It's darker than a rape fantasy.
Something you bring up unless you fucking tried to look for child porn.
2 months. He's telling you this.
Check his cookies. Check his cookies.
And we're not talking about the Oreo kind.
No, check his cookies.
Or the Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
We're talking about his internet I mean,
that's why he's so good at sex, because he's taken a lot of feelings out on you. Yep. Sorry, I know you want to. Yeah, and listen, we are so.
You're worried about the wrong thing in this email, by the way. We ain't judging you.
Yeah, we're so you know us.
We're GGG as fuck.
We're really open. Like things that other people have. Like we're still fine with you writing in with rape fantasy, which a lot of sex people kind of are sometimes frown upon now. Please
I get it. I've been a fan of it many times in the past.
We've talked to people who like to be treated like a baby and
a
they're in diapers.
Yeah, put the person in the cage, like they're an ICE detainee.
Yeah, I'm good with so much.
Race play we've talked about with Black and Frank.
Yeah.
Hey,
this
isn't good.
This makes me
This is good. Not bad. Not good. Not good.
No,
not good.
There's something wrong here.
Yep. But I guess I just want a perspective.
I would even be okay if he said teen.
He should have said teen.
I would have been okay if he said teen, oh, I'm I'm your coach for the cheerleaders. Because
sure.
Underage, but just on the cusp.
Yeah.
This is a fantasy that I'm sorry you don't have unless you actually have pedophilic urges.
Yeah.
And as we've talked about before, it is not your fault if you have pedophilic urges. I do believe that's a mental disorder that you're suffering from. You can't act on it though. And the fact that he's bringing it into the bedroom with you, that he's only known you 2 months, which is makes me feel that he's going to slowly reveal more and more to you. And I just really feel like he's looked at.
Yeah.
I just really feel like he has.
I would bet my beach house on it.
And again, I'm not saying that he's done anything in the physical world with a child.
Yeah, we don't know.
But I do feel like he's looked up some stuff where...
This is an outlet for him for deep, evil stuff, okay? I guess I just want perspective on this, and since I promised not to share with my friends, I needed a space to anonymously ask.
Oh, he made you not share with his...
Oh, no. Wait, you promised him you wouldn't share this? Dude, that's how they get you.
Mouth sounds Eric is making.
Sorry, I'll turn my mic off.
No, I like it. It was good.
Whenever a person tells you don't share this with anyone, I mean, we learned this as children. Well, I didn't learn it as kids yet, but I learned it when I was older.
That in this case,
when it gives you an icky feeling accompanied by don't share it, that's a combination that could possibly allude to a bad thing.
Because I've had people tell me stuff in the process of maybe coming out that they didn't want out yet, sexually and exploring being bisexual or something. I've had people tell me stuff like that, and they said, bisexual. "Don't tell me anything." So I don't want to. That's not always a red flag, but yes, in this context, it feels extra bad.
Also, if I have a kinky sexual relationship with somebody, I assume they're not telling anybody. What? I don't even. It doesn't even fucking come up to me to go, by the way, don't tell your friends this. It's sex. It's private. It's between the two of us. Don't. What? This is for us. So the fact that he knew enough to say that could also be a very alarming red flag. Okay.
And also your total trust for him 2 months in, to me, was a red flag. Total trust 2 months in?
I wonder. I remember
that's no.
The first boyfriend I had, and sex partner that I had, that I could be really, really, really kinky with, and we didn't even really role play. He was just like, fucking filthy and disgusting, and in the ways that like he just wanted to eat me out all the time and stuff. And I'm like, ooh, this is a really cool energy I've never experienced before. It made me feel so much closer to him because you share like. It was very vulnerable. When you said he treated your body like a work of art, the first time I ever felt that from a sexual partner, I only wanted that forever.
Yep.
And unfortunately, most guys aren't like that. Wish you were. Right. But so he created something where you were able to feel safe in this completely new way. But now we're gonna back on out of that space, huh?
Right, because
use our backup beeper.
It is especially alluring when you're still in your 20s and when you meet that first guy who really like kind of looks at sex as art. Like,
I wish it's all I want for men.
You usually, and you're about the time when you would first meet that person.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I met a guy like that when I was fucking 18. So
that's amazing.
But sometimes these people who look at sex as art look at it as art that's not legal anymore.
Not good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I needed a space to anonymously ask some sex positive and sex smart people. Is this maybe a red flag or a yellow flag to look out for? Girl,
it's a red flag.
This is a blinking light flag. I truly feel so safe and respected by him and trust him. Right. Well, I understand why.
For sure.
Type of sexual, when you have a man's sexual energy in that way, it's glorious, it's beautiful, it's blissful, it's addictive, it's all these things. But boy, it's not good. I just want to make sure I'm not just stigmatized. You are. So seeking an outside point of view, glad you did that. Some other details that may or may not matter. My tubes are tied, doesn't fucking matter. Because when my body was no longer my choice, it became my body, no one's choice, and neither of us want kids.
You've been dating for 2 months and you're 28.
I hope we don't want kids. Oh boy, he should never have kids. A part of how he builds his income.
But also, Krystyna, that is kind of a red flag that he doesn't want kids because he probably knows he can't be near them. What fucking man who's 31 doesn't want kids? I've never met one.
Oh, I have.
I haven't.
Really?
Not in New York.
A 31-year-old man?
No. All men want kids. This was the biggest misjudge I've made in my life is that most men wouldn't want kids. All men want kids.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Well, okay. Well, maybe. I mean, look.
And the ones who don't are fucking weird. I'll add that.
I guess I'm trying.
Because when you do that option on Hinge,
all my guy friends do want kids.
When you do that, it was truly the.
I don't want a kid too if I didn't have to fucking do anything to get it here.
Well, exactly.
Except go.
That's why they want them.
And just fall asleep, and then you bake the kid in your body.
And they have their last name too, on top of it. When you think about it,
we gotta stop doing that part.
But yeah, That honestly is a red flag.
Okay. I never thought about that. Okay. Continuing with the bullet points. A part of how he builds his income is substitute teaching.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't think he should do that. Oh. One last point is it does feel like if he was an actual pedophile, he would never disclose.
No.
Bitch, Cosby said he liked drugging women on his second stand-up album.
R. Kelly sang a song about trapping in the closet. No, they
tell you who they are, so they feel less guilty.
And part of the kink is like seeing how far they can get you into this with them.
Yeah,
you're very wrong.
He's
on this
testing
point.
the water. Oh, yeah. I'm getting I'm getting the bad kind of shivers.
No. They take baby steps towards letting you know who they are.
And he is like hook, line, and sinker the second you went along with that. And it's not your fault. You wrote us because your fucking subconscious knows this is fucked up.
Well, and also,
so good on you for that.
The best place to hide a secret is out in the open. It's the safest space to hide something is out in the open. Everyone knows that.
But look at everybody who's done wrong publicly. It's all there. All the evidence is there. Okay, so I'll read this again. The last point. I feel like if he was an actual pedophile, he would never disclose his fantasy because he'd want to keep that part of him hidden. But I did bring up the illegal age first, so I don't know. 15 and a child, you didn't mention the age when him and the fake wife adopt the child, but it seems like it was a lot younger than 15.
Like a teen fantasy is kind of just like something that is like social, like we've like it's socially accepted in a weird way. It's not okay legally, obviously, but it's just like like, this is why when we talk about the difference between like hebephilia, ephebophilia, and like pedophilia, like there is no space where you can even play in like prepubescent children, which is where he went, right? There is no
and
socially
some people
acceptable
like abusing babies.
Yeah.
Which is fucking
So that's why this doesn't
wild.
work. This doesn't work, and it has nothing to do with you. I mean, I guess maybe he thought like, oh, well, she brought up 15. Maybe I can make it a little bit lower.
I mean, 100%.
But like, please stop even considering blaming yourself for anything.
Yeah. Okay, what are your thoughts? Should I be worried? Yes. Are there things I should be looking for out for?
The door.
Yeah. Or do I just relax and have fun? Nope, not that one. Thank you. Appreciate your roast or insights.
I would just get away from this guy. Stop.
Yeah. Question, Corinne. Question for the group, aka just Corinne. I kind of have this. I was trying to make a. Well, Eric, please weigh in. I think maybe you're too. Maybe you're not too young to have the like to qualify. I don't.
She needs an old lady.
I try to do a joke. I didn't even try a joke about this, but like, I try to joke about like I think every man secretly would rape a woman if he knew he would get away with it and no one would find out scotch free. Just going along with the French woman who was her husband had strangers rape her.
Right.
And I know. Yeah. Well, I was like I have a feeling most men would, and I know for a fact every woman I know would gladly kill a man without even any remorse, really.
Right.
There's also this thing where I'm like, I kind of think every grown man wants to fuck a 15-year-old. And I still stand by that.
I would not say every, but I think a
16,
large,
17.
a large chunk of them.
Like I would say like 75%. The amount of old ass crusty men that I have to hear their comments about Olivia Rodrigo, the things I have heard old ass crusty men say.
What a specific choice.
About Olivia Rodrigo, who looks like a child.
Yeah, because she's like flat chested and stuff.
Yeah,
I love her.
And
she's beautiful.
She is stunning. She's so like, oh my God. I mean, I'm not a disgusting man, so I look at her heart. I think is really beautiful, and she's a babe. How old is she?
You look at her heart.
No, but I mean that's the thing that sticks out the most for me.
And
because
I say
she's so vulnerable,
flat chested because it speaks to
childlike.
Childlike, yeah.
Okay, she's 22, so she's a grown ass woman. She looks a lot young. But I've heard comments about Olivia Rodrigo before she turned 18, like from old crusty guys, and I'm like, ew, dude. And that kind of I always had this theory of like I feel like every man wants to fuck I would say maybe 16, 17-year-old.
I think there's a large percentage.
Yeah.
I almost only say no because there's some people who I know who are like very grossed out by teens, which is good.
That's awesome. You know what? That's the best thing I've heard about men all day, Corinne.
I know some people who are like really grossed out by it.
But there's also this other side of it where I know when I was 15, 16, I had my pussy out.
Yep.
I had big titties, and I was like showing them all. I wanted older men to look at them.
I was so much more interested in 45-year-olds when I was 16 than now at 39.
I would never. Yeah. What is
now
that? Life is so unfair, huh?
I'm 39. I'm like, yeah, 29. Give me 29.
Well, you know what I thought when I was at the shore this weekend? So when I did the old-timey photo shoot, there's a bunch of like teens fucking doing the thing. Like they weren't good at taking photos. There was like their first week on the job, and they told me that. I'm like, that's, at the Jersey Shore, they're all like teenagers like working the stores. And it's very sweet. I love it. Like they're usually like super sweet. And the guy, I came out with the costume and my titties were out. And the kid, he was maybe like 16, 17, he goes, holy shit. And he had to run into the office, and he looked at me, and he looked down at the floor. He goes, you're like the most photogenic person that's ever been in here. And I'm like, and it made me,
that's so funny. It was
so cute. But also like I was getting hit on by like dudes that were like 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I'm like even still like a 17-year-old, but like, 22-year-old. I
just think it's like funny and cute.
It is funny and cute. But like now I'm finally approaching, I guess, the age maybe where I'm like a 25-year-old guy. I'd be like, what's up?
Hell yeah.
What's up?
Hell yeah.
What that dick do, boo?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wow, this is weird. I've never experienced that before. Well, it's very strange. So unfamiliar to me.
Well, and also young guys just like they're like more enthusiastic and like nicer and like
yeah. Well, I just always loved
up in
older,
a different age.
Yeah, I've always loved older guys, but now when you get older, you're like, well, now an older guy's like fucking elderly now at this point. So like that fantasy's dead.
Absolutely.
So now you go young. but not teen young.
No,
not
ew.
teen. No teens, guys, unless you're 18, and even that's kind of weird if you're 40.
No,
but
18.
it's legal.
I've never once in my life, even when I was 18, been attracted to an 18-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like it's like cute.
Ugh. Yeah, exactly. They're like cute.
Yeah, which is the least sexiest thing in the fucking world to me. But yeah. There's a friend I have that knows a person, and we got coffee at the same Sweet Leaf that I saw AOC, and she was telling me that she knows a guy that coordinates gangbangs for people, and like she told me all of it. Like he's super.
You lost me at guy.
He collects the test results, and and I'm like, oh my, and he just does this for fun. I mean, he jerks off to it, but in the back, like he's literally there.
I figured he's probably getting something out of it.
You need your commission if you're gonna organize. Like if you're gonna help me cast a gangbang, yeah, you could just be in the corner jerking off. That's fine. I don't care.
That almost felt philanthropic for a second.
Yeah. No,
just does it out of the kindness of his heart.
And his dick. And
he just loves people to get together.
Yeah. But
in this tech savvy world.
And then she showed me one of the guys. Holy, this is the hottest guy I've ever seen.
Oh, I thought you were
lives
it was gonna be
here.
bad.
And oh my,
one of the guys in the gangbangs?
One of the guys that offers his services for the gangbang. And this is all like no one's paying for it. It's just sex for sex sake, which is my favorite. And man, oof, hottest guy I've ever seen. Anyway, Eric, have you ever been attracted to a teen? Be honest.
Another day at work for Eric.
Yeah, even as a
here.
even as a minor, I never hooked up with a minor.
Really?
Or
That's a little
never
weird.
had sex with a minor or anything
You didn't have sex
beyond
before you were
like
18?
making out. Well, no, I had sex before I was 18, but I'd never had
older women?
Yes, older women.
Oh,
yes.
you're one of those. Yeah.
So you're a victim.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a
Are
victim. Yeah.
What were
sure.
you wearing?
So Eric has always liked older women.
Oh, you have. Okay, well that's a thing. Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're, I don't
Let
know
us know when
if
that goes away.
Just for research.
Keep
sake.
a journal.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of like older famous women talk about how Charlize Theron posted. She's like, I fucked a 25-year-old the other day and it was amazing. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when you fucked Stephen Jenkins for a couple years? I love that. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know if that's like that has to have been a dynamic that's been around for a long time, like this, like Mrs. Robinson kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I've never been like as privy to it as I am now. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, Ryder, you're dating a possible pedophile, we're pretty sure. So stop it.
It's someone who at the very
whoops, you're supposed to
least
read that.
it's someone who at the very least gets horny at the thought of using a child sexually, and I just don't really feel like we need to I don't think we need to explore that anymore.
No, the adoption aspect of it is something he doesn't need to have in the fantasy
it's like
at
he's
all.
thought about this for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what we're gonna do with this episode on YouTube, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to make some edits.
Do we have to beep? Do they take it out?
I don't even know. I mean, we're not making any money on this episode.
Nah. Well, but
Can't be
we're,
monetizing it. but-
hopefully we're helping some people far and wide.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
The adoption thing is so crazy in that because he's like
It's a lot of
yeah.
detail.
I mean, he's coming up with the detail and he's like imagining the paperwork and
Yeah.
all the
Well, because
Yeah.
he wouldn't want to do that to his own kin too.
yeah.
So
Right.
that's like, I'm
Ew.
sorry. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I'm telling you. The fact that you have your tube side, he likes you, and that he doesn't want to have kids himself. I'm sorry that with the other pieces of information I have, I think this is pertinent details.
He's like, I'm
Yeah.
a pedophile. I'm not incestuous. I'm not disgusting.
Jesus Christ. I mean, even incestuous kinks that's like one of the most popular topics on porn. That and trans people. It's like, oh my God, just fucking own your fantasies, guys. But
Yep.
not
Yep,
that
yep.
one. Not that one, because he's probably pedophile.
Yeah.
Let's just change.
And like the stuff that comes out in your like sexual play, like talk to any like trans women and see how often like men who are like in heterosexual marriages or whatever will try to like hit them up or contact them or like fetishize
true.
them.
Very true.
Ask
The amount of
ask your trans friend.
Yeah, I talked to a trans woman who was a sex worker, and she was saying that in New York City, and she's like, 70% of her clients are Hasidic Jewish men.
The more repressed
Yep.
you are, yeah.
Yep. Oh, you can be free when you pay for it sexually once in a while with a sex worker, but your wife has to fucking wear the wig all the time and take care of the kids.
I think sometimes they like that. I follow this one. If you're actually interested in learning about more like
Hasidic.
I don't know, is he Hasidic, but Orthodox. They're Orthodox. They're not Hasidic, okay. But like Orthodox Jewish lifestyle. Because I do think it is often like we only see the negative.
Sure.
I highly recommend following this woman, Miriam. She has like over 1 million followers online. But I think I really love following her. Like even as a Jew, she's knows so much more. I'm not an Orthodox Jew.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised with like super Jewish religion. Oh, Rick follows her. But yeah, her name is Miriam Azagui. It's Miriam.ezagui, and she just shares her life.
Fascinating.
And like you can like ask her questions that kind of probably would be frowned upon in regular society, like just like out of
she's offering her services.
Yeah, out of just like just be super inquisitive, and and she'll answer the questions for you. And she explains why different things are the way they are.
Yeah.
So in a time, I think when there's a lot of, negative press about the Jews, like it's a good, I love it because it's a good understanding tool. And that's my favorite. Like I really tried to recalibrate my algorithm on Instagram. And I think I did a really good job of this, of like,
can Orthodox Jews go to the beach?
Yeah.
This is like an example of one of her videos.
Yeah, of like
That's
using
cool.
it as a way to just like walk in someone else's shoes for the day instead of like watching people be assholes to each other online. Like there are different algorithms exist on Instagram, and it's like we are in charge of curating the one that we want to see. So if you're seeing a bunch of disgusting shit, you have to stop liking disgusting shit and start liking positive shit. Because my boyfriend will always like make fun of me. He's like, you have the most like positive, fun Instagram. It's just like puppies being saved and like people doing
reuniting
good stuff.
things.
Yeah. And his is like just like crazy
tits
shit.
and blood.
His is just like street fights. No, he's not like really into like the tit stuff, but it's just a lot of like violence. Like, what is going on here?
You can do an
Is your
algorithm reset.
What's your algorithm, Eric?
Mine is probably pretty similar. I always sometimes they'll start sending me the tits and the OnlyFans girls. I click not interested, not it, because I can't have that on my phone all day. Like it's too distracting.
Yeah, I hear you.
So funny.
Titties are so distracting.
Yeah, I found it distracting too. All right, this email says I had the exact wedding that I wanted and it was awesome.
Yeah, switching gears.
Great. Hey, Corinne and Krystyna, longtime listeners, first time caller, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a 43-year-old, and that's how long it took. Female living. See, that's my new theory. Female living in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
So sorry that you live there.
I considered moving there. So just so you know. Yeah, because I was like, I could own a castle here,
That's
I
true.
like winter.
That's true.
And honestly, the guy who was managing the comedy club was kind of hot.
He was. And
I was like,
he's gonna love that.
Yeah, and I was like,
he's gonna love that.
I could just marry this guy and like be the queen of Winnipeg. I really seriously considered it for like a couple minutes.
Every time I go there,
had a good time.
I go, sorry, God hates Winnipeg. I always go there in fucking February. It's so dumb.
I love winter. I don't know. Nothing has reminded me more how much I love winter than summer right now. I'm just not a fan. Saw you both here for the Bridget Bishop tour and then Krystyna when she was here more recently. I was inspired to write to you ladies after listening to the most recent bonus episode where another woman wrote in with her The Other Side of Bride piece. My wedding experience was completely different from the writers. I had the exact wedding I wanted and it was awesome.
Oh, yeah. See, I love hearing all sides of the coin,
For some context, my husband is 44 now. We got married when we were both 39, so we'd been to enough weddings to know what we did and did not want for ours. Like both of you, I had never really dreamed of a wedding. Prior to actually getting married, my husband and I had been together for about 8 years with no plans to marry in sight. Then one fateful day in 2019, we realized the next leap year was 2020 and February 29th was a Saturday. I mean, really, what choice did we have?
Well,
that was a stretch, but okay.
Yeah,
Good for you. I like that you guys think
I
it's
was
the
backed
same.
into a corner. This fucking leap year. Now or never.
As kids, we had each been fascinated by the idea of being born on a leap year. Okay, so this is something that's shared for you.
That's
that
really
is
cute.
meaningful for you, and that's why we didn't have a reaction.
Okay,
so I'm glad you guys found each other.
Yeah, you're meant to be, really.
Because if someone pitched this to me, I'd be like, okay.
It means nothing, but okay.
Wait, so this person might be actually 12 years old or whatever. We found a match for. We found a match with.
It's 44 though, so no dice.
You can't choose your birthday, but you could sure choose your wedding anniversary. Well, that
That's
means
true.
that you're not going to have it every year then.
That's kind of fun.
Neither of us was super into the idea of a traditional wedding. We wanted to have the wedding we would want to attend. So we did our best to make it feel like us. Things we did to make the wedding what we wanted. First, and I can stress the importance of this more, we kept most of our plans secret from pretty much everyone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's no one else's fucking opinions matter. Our main goal was to surprise and delight our families and guests as much as possible.
Oh, that would be so fun. That sounds amazing.
With the added bonus of not being subjected to anyone's unsolicited opinions leading up to the day. Yeah, like a lot of, like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of, like, headaches that you guys go through are because you tell people too much.
Facts, Corinne.
Zip the lip.
That's been my biggest downfall.
Zip the lip. I wore a rose gold sequined gown. My husband had a purple velvet suit jacket, custom made. Oh, I love velvet suits. We had breakfast for dinner.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's really fun.
God,
I've
you guys
never
are so
been to
fun.
a wedding that had breakfast for dinner. That breakfast for dinner.
And it's cheaper, I imagine, too.
When I was a kid, when my mom said we were having breakfast for dinner,
I loved it,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Cinnamon raisin bagels,
Call
and
the
cereal.
Call the press. I was so excited. Yours sounded poor.
Yeah, it was. Because it was.
I was like, Krystyna, no eggs, no bacon.
Nope, never. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes my grandpa would put Tang instead of milk.
I was like, mine was like scrambled eggs, the hash browns, like, like the McDonald's style, but
Well,
you can
grew
get
up
them from the
rich.
supermarket.
Girl, you grew up rich.
It's hilarious because literally you can get like 20 of those for like $2.99. They're not expensive at all.
Well, I had to toast my own bagel, and the only reason I had breakfast for dinner is because Mom was sleeping.
English muffins. Oh my God.
Love the nooks and crannies.
Oh God, I did always feel luxurious eating an English muffin.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does feel.
The marketing worked on
you
me.
Say, oh, am I British?
Hello.
We're drinking tea.
Sorry, Brits. Sorry.
Love English muffins. Okay. We had
Which
breakfast.
they don't have in England, I don't think. I think they call them biscuits, but like we call everything's called different there. But I don't think an English muffin, like in the sense that we know it, is
Guys, right in. You have English muffins in the UK.
I've never seen one. It's always biscuits and like muffins, but not like an English muffin is super specific.
Yeah.
With the nooks and the crannies.
Yeah, well,
But I think they just marketed us to
they have,
dumbass
like-
Americans that were like, ooh, spotted tea.
Oh no, they just call
It's-
them muffin. They call them breakfast muffins or muffins.
But I've been to England so many times, one of my favorite places, and I've yet
have
to
you-
encounter an English muffin as we know it in the wild.
But usually, like, have you been to a British supermarket and looked in the aisles? Because I think that's where you
No.
would find it. Like English muffins, you usually have to order specifically, even in America. Like, they don't just put it out like toast.
Okay.
In Ireland, though, they were really into toast. They gave us like a toast stand every day at breakfast with like unlimited toast.
Well, they do exist. They do exist. My bad. Sorry, Brits. You don't have to write in. Don't worry. Don't worry, Brits. I got the info.
Here's the real question: do they call muffins here American muffins over there?
Mini cakes?
What do they like? A muffin?
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
like maybe they call them mini cakes because I mean a
Yeah,
muffin
because
is
when
a
you
cake.
go for like high tea and you get the fucking stack of
Ugh.
plates with the snacks.
Ugh.
It's the best thing I've ever been to in my life. The egg salad sandwich without the crust.
The
Fuck
tea
off.
service in England was, I mean, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Unreal.
I came home and made scones.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Shit, bitch.
Who am I?
You English.
Okay. We had breakfast for dinner. Breakfast is hands down my favorite
Forgot we
meal.
were reading this email.
The only thing better than breakfast is having breakfast for dinner.
I agree.
This is that's one of the best wedding ideas I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot. Our venue had a couple of TVs mounted above the bar. Or I don't know how I feel about that. My husband spent months saving pictures of cute dogs from random Reddit posts and made a slideshow to
That's
scroll
fucking
on them the
amazing.
whole night.
That's amazing.
Very cute. We had one of our best friends licensed to marry us instead of using some stranger we don't know. More and more people have been doing this.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And it's much more enjoyable to witness.
For sure. It's always funnier too.
Because then they have a better speech. They know you better.
Yep. We both hate the speeches. Sorry. Could not disagree more.
I mean, unless they're amazing, which they never are.
I would take
Sometimes
I would
they
take
are.
that check back, cross it out, and take $100 off. I am paying you for the speech. I want to know because I also like picking out, but like you know how you can pick out like when they say like we've been through ups and downs, and you go, oh no, there's problems in the marriage. I like to pick out what problems there might be. I like to take a little bet on what if things end, why they might end.
Likely divorce bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. We both hate the speeches, sorry. So we didn't have any. Instead, we had a 10-minute fireworks display. That's
Well, at least the
expensive.
dogs were there only in picture, not in person.
I like cookies more than cakes, so our main dessert was cookie sandwiches from a local bakery. Ooh.
Yes, bitch.
We also had a small sprinkle cake. Ooh, yeah.
Amazing.
That sounds great. Was the day perfect and did everything go off without a hitch? No. The plumbing in the ladies' bathroom went, and if you go too close to the area, it smelled like poop.
Reminds me when I clogged the toilet at the Dashboard Confessional concert.
Gosh. Where? What?
I saw Dashboard Confessional in London, and man, the Brits really don't use a lot of toilet paper or something because, I use too much. But yeah, I clogged.
They don't have a
clogged
strong
it, and
flush.
The whole theater was pissed at me. Well, they didn't know at first, and then yeah.
Wait,
Anyway.
when was this? Recently?
No, this was when I went with Melissa ages ago, 2018 maybe.
Okay.
It was our first activity of the trip.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Did I let that get to me? Also, no. I actually
Good.
thought it was pretty funny.
It is funny.
I'm not sure what the point of this is other than to humble brag about my cool wedding.
Good, you should. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
honestly.
good ideas. I guess I just wanted people to know it is possible to have a wedding you love without a lot of the BS that comes along with weddings.
Yes.
For sure. Our wedding was the last big party any of us got to go to for a long time. We went on our honeymoon to Portugal and then came back just as the world was shutting down. Christine and I did the same. I really wouldn't have changed anything about it. And yes, we only celebrate our anniversary once every 4 years.
Because then when you do celebrate it, you can like do something big and fun.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's fucking hilarious.
That sounds fun. She said, keep on rocking in the free world.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Thank you. That's
Thanks,
a good
Sarah.
idea. Well, yeah. I mean, I would only want a wedding just to be the creative director of a party.
Yeah.
It sounds so enjoyable. Oh my God. I would have psychics there. I would have fucking
Just mixing family and
performers.
friends for me doesn't work though. Your family and your friends are different people. I'm just
I only
like,
have one family member, so he's fine.
yeah, well, he's basically like
He's a
same
partier.
age as us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Old family members I don't really have, so that's nice.
I don't have a big family, but I just feel like they would feel like so out of place.
Yeah, probably. Well, and then it's like you could totally have like separate ceremonies. For like, here's the boring people in my life get to go to this one that they're gonna go, okay, that was amazing.
I feel like it's important. They're just like different. Yeah. They're just
yeah.
like, I mean, you're just not going to, also, you're just not going to behave the same way in front of your friends as you are in front of your family. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
at least I'm not.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks for writing in, guys. That was fucking great. So we covered so much ground. AOC.
We really did
this,
cover-
This lady's dating a pedophile.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Fun wedding ideas.
If you're suicidal and live in the state of New York, solacehouse.org, baby. Solacehouse.org.
Eric, do you have a summer update?
No, not really.
Sick.
I mean, I don't know. I'm finally
summer
like,
check-in?
I'm finally like I have the longest time off that I've had from traveling in 3 years.
Whoa.
How long is it?
This is 8 out of 9 weeks.
You know, you're giving Gen Z a good name, and I appreciate that because
Eric is a hard worker.
We've hired a lot of Gen Z people in the past, and we've worked with Gen Z people, and I'm like, no, they can't all be like this, and they're not, and you're a great example. So thank you, Eric.
I will say they're mostly really bad employees. Gen
Right,
Z
though?
is
Right?
really, yeah.
But see, this
But
makes sense.
you're not, and thank you.
I think Eric is older at heart, which is something that a creepy person would say. But
before he tries to
Yeah.
fuck
right.
them.
But like
my high school girlfriend said right before.
But it aligns with everything like in your life. Like even
Yeah.
like you go on the
You got
road.
creaky knees.
The comics you go on the road with are all like my age.
Yeah.
And then you like to date older women.
Love that.
Yeah, I guess
Geriatric.
I had
Thanks
like
for your
all
service.
mostly older friends in high school and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah,
you're a little old soul.
I guess so. It tracks.
So you have that millennial work ethic.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
God, I love being a millennial. I really do.
Did your parents also like instill a hard work ethic in you, or where did this come from, Eric?
Somewhat. I was pretty lazy in high school and like all that stuff. But
Interesting.
I don't know. I started working at a horse farm, and then I was getting close to college, and I was like, oh no, I have to do
figure
something.
something out.
And
Yeah.
yeah. So that's right
got
around
spooked.
17. I started working pretty hard at like the entertainment stuff and all
That's
that stuff.
nice.
Cool.
That's
Well,
good.
17. I mean, that's pretty early to start in the big scheme of things.
Yeah. So
That's when you first found something that really excited you. And you're like,
is
oh,
good.
wow, what I put into it, I get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Good for you.
Amazing.
Good for you.
And good
Yeah.
for you, listener. Thanks for being here.
I was gonna say I had a poop story for Christina, but
Let's go.
Oh.
because you
Pray
just
tell.
brought it up earlier, so it's just I don't know. I
Clogging toilets.
was at the comedy shop the other day. I walk around with a backpack with pants in it when I do spots, so I can so I have shorts.
Yeah.
Well, I walk around in shorts because I get so hot.
Right.
And so I was about to change before my set, the comedy shop. and I was waiting a long time for the bathroom, and I was like,
that's never good.
Who is in here? I was like, oh no, this is gonna be terrible.
It's gonna smell so bad.
And then
Yeah, sometimes I make them feel bad on purpose. I go,
But then out
and I knock
comes
twice just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Sorry, that was a little confessional on my end.
it's fair.
Well,
It's a good idea.
Do that at home.
We all
Yeah.
got poop.
Yeah.
It's like, hurry up.
Then who comes out is like she's maybe 5 foot, 5'1", like tiny little like white girl. She's like 5 foot, but she's so small, and she's like the smallest person that could have come out of the bathroom.
poop smell?
I was like, never mind. She's probably on her period. This probably is taking a second.
That doesn't take that long.
I was like, I was like, there's no
trying
way
to be
she's
that
in there annihilating the toilet.
Unloading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I walked in, oh my
wanted to
god,
vomit. You
like
wanted to
I'd
vomit.
say she probably lost half of her body weight in there. It was like incredible. Like
She flushed though, right?
she flushed. She
But-
painted the toilet seat though, or not the seat, the bowl. It was
Ew.
whatever she.
She
was
had diarrhea.
Yeah, I
She
don't
had
know if-
explosive
yeah,
diarrhea.
I don't know if she was eating like batteries or what before, but then I watched her walk
That's-
back and sit down on the date and act like nothing happened. I was like, wow,
Maybe she
Yeah.
was
that's
nervous.
cool.
Yeah.
Maybe she was nervous.
Yeah. Maybe she was Jewish and had a bad
I
stomach.
still had to change my pants and
That's-
smell that the whole
what-
time.
Wow, that sucks. Smelling a stranger's poop,
Oh
or
my
even
God.
somebody I know. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for anybody. It's really, I hate it. It makes me mad, actually. Which they're not doing anything wrong. Everybody poops, but like, cover it up, man. Carry matches. With
It's
you.
just so weird too how like your own poop doesn't smell bad.
sometimes it does.
Oh, I was like, mine doesn't bother me at all.
Every once in a while I'll go, I gotta figure something out.
And actually, Alfred's at this point doesn't either. You gotta figure something out. If
I
mine,
gotta make some rearrangements.
if mine smells bad, there's sometimes it feels like it's coming from a deeper depth in your stomach, and then I know something's wrong, and that's when I know.
Yes, I totally know what you mean.
Because I had a very
It's like a demon. You released a demon.
Yeah, I had a really bad medical week. I had a
Oh, no.
I had I don't know, like food poisoning or something. Like I had
got medical ailments.
2 straight days. I mean, I had such a bad week medically. I had like a 4-day migraine, and then before
Whoa.
that, I had 2. Man, maybe the migraine was from severe dehydration, even though I was
Diarrhea.
hydrating. But no, I had like food poisoning that was like you're barfing and shitting at the same time.
I had that once.
my
I had that
God.
once for 24 hours.
It was so bad.
I'll never forget it for the rest of my life.
It was so bad.
wow.
It's 180ing,
That's awful.
right?
That
They call
probably
it
would
180ing?
trigger a migraine because you're just losing all the fluids.
It just, I mean, and I threw up violently because one time, remember when I lost hearing
blew
in my
out.
ear because
Yeah.
I sprained like my eardrum.
Yep.
From throwing up so violently one time.
I fucked up a nerve in my eye once when I was throwing up. I was supposed to go on a sexy weekend getaway. And it was both ends, and I shit my pants, and I'm like, I shit my pants, I can't stop puking. It was one of those every 10 minutes things, and you're like, toilet, I have nothing left to give. But
I
your
know.
body's like, oh well, we're gonna still try.
Well, and some
We're gonna
things
still try.
happen where I'm like, I can't throw up in toilets anymore, so I have to throw up in paper bags.
It is this. Oh, well, it is so disgusting that it makes me throw up. Like, I don't have to put my hands down. I'm just like, this is
I
awful.
can't. There's something, even like the cleanest toilet, and like.
Really?
And it was like also the worst timing because I had just had a party, so my toilet
Oh, no. You have a lot
appeared
of butts on
clean,
that.
but I just knew that like 20 people had just
energy.
used my toilet, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
I have so many. I am so often like ill, and also like my body, just like since I was a kid, loves throwing up. That I don't do this at home.
Stop bragging.
But I have learned how to vomit into a toilet from the standing position without getting splashback.
Whoa.
I did it in a Panera bread once. All important things in my life happen
Into
in
the
Panera
bread
bread.
bowl.
Yeah, because we were
Well, you gotta like
traveling
arch.
for no. You just have to kind
Pull
of
up the seat.
control the. I didn't even bother. I just wiped it.
Oh, you have to control your mouth opening?
Control the spout.
You have to control.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So if you're really good at like those water gun games at the carnival, you'll be
Right,
good
right.
at that. You have to control that, and you just have to control like the like speed that comes at it, so
You
it's
can
not
do
going to
that?
splash you back.
That's Ninja Warrior
A
shit.
little bit. I figured it out, but I was
Wow.
like, yeah, because you had to stand because I was like, I can't kneel. If I get too close, the toilet might splash back at me. So I was far. Yeah, I guess at 5'3.5", maybe this is the perfect height. I don't think a 6 foot tall man could throw up from the standing position, but
Yeah.
I am short enough that I was able to. Yeah, I had to do it when we were on the. I don't know if I was on the road with you or something. I was on the road for comedy for some reason. I got so sick. Panera bread bathroom, throw up from the standing position. But
Well,
yeah,
since we're all sharing weird body stuff, I figured something weird out that I'm like, I want somebody to write in who knows what the fuck's happening. So I've done whippets before. I had like a whippet phase. I've only done them like a couple times.
Christina's ye old whippet face.
Honestly, it was my friend who's been doing them his whole life. And I'm like, you're fucking very intelligent, very grounded. I'll try it. Great. It's a great feeling.
I gotta hear who this is off air.
Oh, you don't know them. It's
okay.
Yeah. Maybe you've met them. I'll let you know off air. But anyway, I had this group of friends, like they all did it. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like I was so scared of that one. And then I tried it a couple times. I'm like, I get it. Not healthy for you, not good, not advocating for it. But this feeling that you get was like kind of otherworldly. Like you feel like you're going to another universe for just like, 12 seconds. Like it's not that long.
What's one hole in your brain for 12 seconds?
Truly, it was enjoyable. But like, and I'm an addict. I haven't done it since. Like I'm not really interested in doing it. But I have this bar in my apartment, like a workout bar that you can do pull-ups in.
Right.
And when I position it, there's a certain position that I can get in when I'm hanging on this bar. It's like, it feels so good on my back. But I have my lower back fully released and I have my head up. It is, I swear to God, it is the exact same sensation as doing a whippet.
Whoa.
And it's very blissful and very ethereal and very like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I just say that to say, is anybody else doing that? Because I have nowhere else to go with this other than this platform, which is a pretty big one. So I'm like, what say you, scientist people? What the fuck is happening? Corinne, it is the exact same feeling.
Whoa. Well, one seems like a way healthier choice.
Yeah.
Right? But am I cutting off oxygen? Like
that's what I'm curious because I hang on the bar every day.
But do you have your head up like that? Like you have your head like looking up at the ceiling?
Sometimes
the bar is kind of low because the doorway's a little low, so I have to like put my knee, like I pick my feet up off the floor to get my full body weight.
What if we just find out this is just like Christina's entree into autoerotic asphyxiation?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it doesn't make me horny. I mean, everything makes me horny, so I guess I wouldn't put it past me. But it's wild. I was like, and I was telling Colin, I'm like, whoa, dude, this is the same feeling. And he was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like maybe my spine is, I don't know. It's wild though. And I almost I'm like, if I keep hanging in the way I only do it for a couple seconds, then I let go because I'm like, I don't know what this leads to. Like I'm not trying to
gateway drug.
I don't want to kill. No, I don't want to kill myself. I'm like, am I cutting oxygen off of my brain? Like my mom has an arachnoid cyst on the base of her skull. I've never gotten checked for that, but like, I don't know if that's. I don't know if there's something with the way my body is that does that. But I'm like, what the fuck? And I try to search for it online. Nothing. So. What do you say, fuckers?
Did you explain it to ChatGPT?
I haven't done that yet.
I just texted it or did the ChatGPT.
What did he say?
It's saying, it's putting it out right now. So one of them is head tilt. So you could be rushing a lot of blood to your brain, which could...
Even if I'm upright?
Yes.
Oh, the head tilt.
Yeah. Or it says that you could be... depriving your brain of oxygen.
So I feel like that might be what it is.
Yeah.
But how can you do that by just hanging on a bar?
Or there's one that says endorphin release. That's another one. But
I've never had I've never replicated a feeling of other than running. Honestly, sometimes I run stone, sometimes I don't. It's the same fucking experience either way.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
It's
I do feel like oxygen has to be cutting off because that's what a whippet is.
Oh, is it? That's what it's doing?
Yeah.
Proprioceptive distortion, which is where if you're in an unusual orientation, your brain has to reinterpret your body's position in space, and then you're neurologically confused, and people say that it makes you feel detached, euphoric, or like you don't have a sense of gravity.
Well, there's definitely euphoria to it. There's
That's
definitely euphoria, but it's not like...
What is it called again? That one?
Proprioceptive disorientation.
Never heard of that. Damn, ChatGPT.
Okay.
Anyway, guys.
I gotta hang from a bar. My boyfriend also just goes
nice.
to the gym and hangs from a bar, and he says that's so great for your
Oh
back.
my
Feels
God.
great,
The
yeah.
lower back, releasing the lower
Yes.
back is like... It's otherworldly.
Is it doing long-term effects though, like the way a chiropractor, or
Who
what is
knows?
it?
I mean, I'm sure a chiropractor would be a healthier decision to go to, but
I don't trust them. I always feel like they're going to do one thing and I'm not going to be able to walk again.
I miss going to a chiropractor.
Very against chiropractic.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you got
I
bones.
got back problems, but I went there for it and
Did it help?
Did not help. Just kind of made it worse.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that sucks. Some people swear by chiropractors, and then other people are like, it's the devil's medicine. And then other people are like, I feel nothing. So to each their own. All right, guys. Sorry about last night's show at gmail.com. Write us in your email or respond to any of the shit we just said if you have personal experience. Thanks for the summer update episode. I thought it was really lovely.
Thank you so much for being here. This is Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We will talk to you next Friday. Enjoy your summer. Bye.